Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of SevTech Ages here on the CreedCraft server. Thank you for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. If you watched my very short episode yesterday, you will have seen that we finally got Journey Map. I spent another couple of days going around the Between Lands and finally one dropped, one of the Ring of Ascents. So we do actually have now the journey map. We've got rid of the atlas and we no longer need any of the things in our inventory, so it's cleared up a lot of space in our bauble slots as well, which is nice. Now if I want another one of those Ring of Ascents to get the actual effect of a Ring of Ascent, I'm going to have to go through all of that again. So I'm glad that we have this Visio stuff, because that basically takes the place of it. The Ring of Ascent, if you don't know what it does, is allows you to double jump, pressing space twice, and you will hover in the air, and you can go up to, I think it's about 4 or 5 blocks above whatever ground you're on, levitating, but it does use up experience as you go doing that. Now outside you can see we have a load of these lovely little columns all over the place out here. This is everywhere I have died around here. Now this isn't quite as bad as it looks. I'm not really this bad. I mean, that one over there, I've got no idea. I can't remember how I died over there. Most of these, I mean, that was me hitting that tree at about 100 miles an hour, trying to fly back whilst building the sky base. But most of these are because I was trying to get rid of one of my helmets, the other phantom helmet I had, which had Curse of Binding on it. And I just took my took my boots off, did this, and then landed on the ground like that and died. And so that's why most of these are here, because I kept forgetting to change the rules and the options within the within my gravestone to not force this back onto my head, and because I was trying to put this one on instead of my other one, and it kept on swapping them over. So yeah, I ended up having to die a load of times. Anyway, I'm going to take all these off. So if we go to waypoints, you can see all of these are places I've died, and we can just remove all of these. And so there we go. And you can see here we have all of journey map. You can see everything we've done so far. So just having a quick look around here though, you can see I've put in a big wall around here as maybe the start of my big farm area. You can see we have a load of stuff underground here actually. Ooh. Looks like we've missed a cave somewhere underground here. That was where one of my digs was. I think it was a limonite dig or a redstone dig, something like that, maybe coal. And you can see all of our houses here, including this one. I haven't really shown you this one, I will do in a minute. You can see our sky base here, that looks pretty cool there. And we have all of the path. You can see the path through the Darklands area and into the savannah. We haven't really done much else with the savannah. We come down here, you can see the path through the forest here and into Wandering One's area here. This is his the astral sorcery setup he's got. It's a really nice setup he's got there. His main base there is horses stuff there, is sheep and all the livestock stuff here, and his industrial complex here, and his blood magic stuff there with the tree there. And then we come down further and we have the path going over to the regular Minecraft village, and then this area here is Nathan's. So he has his terrace houses, his stable, his main house, that's the what's it called, the storage area he's got, the fishery. This is the main house, and then this big complex here is his new factory industrial setup there, and then he's got his the astral sorcery stuff there, and all of the farmland here. And then finally over here we have the sawmill. So we've seen all of that already. You can see up here, this is the original area where I was going to build, where I will end up building something at least. And my idea of pretty much everything I was going to do on this series has changed. I want to stick around here and build up this area as much as I can. Basically taking over this island. We have this island here, which kind of gets separated here with the swamp. And then we have a Darklands area and a tiny little bit of savannah here. So I want to build up this island as much as I can. And then we will be building stuff elsewhere. So I want my the Moonbase project, the GalactiCraft stuff in Age 5, to be based over here on these mountains. So we will have some stuff in the valley down here and then other stuff up on the mountains. And I want to have probably this mountain here I will maybe even hollow out so we can build some really nice big rockets in there, and have, if we have drawbridges or anything like that, I want to create a retracting roof as well. And maybe have some bridges that go over from over here to over here and back and forwards in here. So that's that idea anyway. Today I want to get on with some of the rest of the foundational stuff within Age 3. So first of all, I have created a recipe here, which is for conveyor belts. Now this will give us an achievement. If we have a look what we've got to do in Age 3, this will give us this conveyor belt achievement. I don't think it will give us anything else to do after that, but we shall see. So I've got a stack of those. So has that given us anything extra? No, it hasn't. It's just a standalone one. However, conveyor belts are used for a lot of different stuff in immersive engineering, so that's really good. I'm going to go and get the rest of my immersive engineering stuff, because that is in here. So grab this, grab that, and head back outside of it. Drop that down here, and we can use that for anything else we need. And put those in there. So what else? Ah yes, the other thing I've been starting to build a recipe for here is the excavate modifier. Now the excavate modifier recipe is fairly simple, I suppose, apart from a couple of little ingredients you can see. So this recipe gives you 25 of these excavate modifiers, so it's a nice conversion rate on it. You can do 25 of your tools with this, so long as it only takes one per tool. But we need some stuff for this. I can get the maze stone fairly easily. I think I've got some more spare of that, so let's have a look. Yes, I have some spare maze stone in here, so if I just grab some of that. I think it only needs that. I don't think it needs anything specific. If I just come into here, then it will actually tell me if that one's okay. Yes, it is. That's fine. So I can put this into the recipe. And then I can come over here, and in one of these chests, this chest here, I have 5 rock crystals, and these are all at 400, 100. So I'm going to grab 2 of those, and I'm going to put them in here just to see if they do split. If they do, then it will mean I'm not wasting 400, 100. So we'll wait for those to craft up. And what else does it need? It needs the modularium plate. So modularium, if we have a look at the recipe for this, molten modularium, alloying, is redstone, iron and aluminium. So in here we have 1 iron ingot, we have an aluminium ingot, and I'll head inside and get a piece of redstone from here. And if we place all of these inside the smeltery, then I'm hoping that this will give us, there's the aluminium in it, and then these two will take a while. Let's have a look how the rock crystals are going on. Still not done yet. Aha, excellent, there's one of them split. So that's purity 100, that's purity 100. We will take the size 23 one. and I'll place back in the 369 one. So that will go there. So there's one of the ones we need. And this one didn't split. So let's see if it can split in this one. There we go. Let's wait for that for a while. So we can place this one in the recipe now. There we go. See if these have now melted down. Yes, they have. And molten modularium, 2 ingots. So now we can dump that out into 2 ingots here. There we go. We get 1 of them there. Lag spike? Why is that lagging? Don't know. Place that onto there. Grab my hammer. And there we go. Modularium plate. And finally, now one of these has split. So we've got two of these crystals now. So we have a 72 and a 237. So we can stick this one into there, and we'll keep 72, and that can go into the recipe. So now we've got everything for this recipe apart from the 2 steel plates, and they're going to take a while. I'm going to see what we need to do for that. I mean, I know that we need to go through the nether for it, but let's see the actual process we need to go through to be able to get steel. We're going to need a blast furnace. So this blast oven will allow you to create steel from coal, coke and iron ingots. Now this is the really difficult bit. So if we have a look for, let's just have a look at steel first. Recipe for a steel ingot, just 1 iron ingot with some coal coke as fuel, makes a steel ingot and potentially some slag. And we can cast it down from molten steel, but then you need the steel to create molten steel, so that doesn't matter. So now we need the blast furnace. So we have a look for blast bricks. We need 27 of these. We've already got 15 from Wandering One, so thank you very, very much to him for donating his spare bricks that he made too many of. But we're going to need another 12 of these, so 4 recipes worth, because this recipe creates 3 of these blast bricks, much like the coal coke. The coke oven bricks, or the coke bricks. So this is nether brick, bricks and blaze powder. So let's start getting this together. So the only thing we can really put in there at the moment is bricks, and I think we may... How many bricks do we have? Oh, we've got loads. So we need 4 recipes worth, so that is 16 of these in total. Let's come over here, and in this one we can put in 4 loads of bricks, and then we need these blaze powder, which we can get from the nether, and nether bricks. Now you'd usually think nether bricks are fairly easy to get hold of in the nether. You just get some netherrack. I mean, we've even got some netherrack here from the Ergaspite. If I come into here, I can't remember which chest it's in. In there? No. It's in one of these anyway. We did get some. I think it's outside actually. I think I left it in this one. Yeah, we've got 6 netherrack here. We can get netherrack really nice and easily from the nether. Now usually to make nether bricks you just come over to a furnace and you'd shove this inside of the furnace, but nothing. Doesn't do anything, doesn't work. So what you have to do with these is there's even no uses for them. Pressing U, nothing at all. So to make the nether bricks, it's actually a long laborious process. You can of course use a transmuter from ABYSSAL to turn nether brick into 4 nether bricks. Nether brick block into 4 nether bricks. However, this is going to take some stuff we don't really know about. We know about corallium bricks, but we don't know about this. Don't know about the transmutation gem, we don't have that yet. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this, but we may be able to do it that way, and maybe an interesting way to do it that way. However, the usual way to do it is in a stoked kiln. Now, a stoked kiln, you need one of these unfired nether bricks, and this stoked kiln is difficult enough as it is. So to make the unfired nether brick, we need to craft some nether sludge. To make this nether sludge, we need some hellfire dust and some potash. Some potash you get from in a stoked cauldron. You make just put some sawdust, some planks or wood or anything into a stoked cauldron, and this will give potash. And then we can come to, where's the rest of the recipe? Go back through this. There we go, and then the hellfire dust, we need 4 of those. And this comes from a hopper recipe. This is a filtered hopper with some soul sand as the filter. You put ground netherrack into it and you get hellfire back out. And so you can place an urn underneath, which becomes a soul urn. I did see in one of Nathan's episodes what actually happens with this, so I do know that when you do this, it will spawn a ghast wherever you are. So if we were here, it will spawn a ghast up in the sky and it will start raining fire down on my houses. And I've had enough of rebuilding my houses. I'm actually still missing a couple of blocks up there, which I haven't placed back in after it's been burnt down. I've been trying to make sure I get everything built back up properly once it's been burnt down, but sometimes miss out. So with this, can we actually place this netherrack into this? No, we can't, so we can't grind it down that way. So how do we actually make the ground netherrack? Netherrack bricks, stoked kiln, unfired, nether sludge, hellfire dust. This one makes throw in some ground netherrack, and that is in a crusher or in a millstone. Okay, so we need netherrack into a millstone, or we can use an industrial mill or a crusher. So that's the process to get all of that done. There is also the ABYSSAL route, so I'm going to have a quick read up on ABYSSAL and see what that's all about, because I've seen it done the hellfire dust way with the stoked kiln and Apache and everything, but I want to know what it's like with ABYSSAL, so I'm going to have a quick read up on that and see if that is possible to do. Yeah, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've had a look through ABYSSAL and I'm hoping we don't have to go too far through it to be able to get what we need, but I don't know exactly how far through we need to go. So I've built up a couple of things in preparation. First thing I've built is, if we have a look in here, we can just go through this a little bit. ABYSSAL, there we go. First of all, I've created some, well, if we grab this recipe, I suppose is the best way to do it. The Shards of Oblivion, made from 4 of these shadow gems plus a transmutation gem. Transmutation gem is transmutation powder, aquamarine, ender pearls and corallium pearl. So we got most of this anyway. I went to the Twilight Forest, gathered up some of these from the druid spawner type things we've seen before, and then made 4 of these transmutation gems, because I thought we need 1 of these per Shard of Oblivion. However, you can see 10 out of 10 here, that is the duration on them. Every time you use it in this recipe it loses 1 duration, so we've actually got 3.6 left. Pretty much. So we've got these Shards of Oblivion which were used in this ritual. It does require a sacrifice, so I just gathered up a sheep, random sheep, and tied him to the altar, and then did this ritual. Worked, and that gives me the Oblivion Catalyst, and you can use that in this recipe with 2 corallium pearls and 2 slimy bones. Usually this recipe includes blaze rods, but in SevTech it is slimy bones from Betweenlands, which we've got absolutely tons of. There's no problem there. And that gives us this gateway key. So we'll grab that out. And the gateway key, I'm not sure where to put this, because it's going to spawn a portal. I'm not sure where I want the portal. But there is a couple of things we do need to do first. This is a portal through to another dimension, basically like the overworld. And I'm hoping we don't have to do too much there. But one thing I am seriously lacking now again is a ranged weapon. So I'm going to try and solve that hopefully once and for all until much later on in this age at least. And that is by making a shuriken from Tinkers. Because now we have this knife knife cast, we can actually make a shuriken. So in here I have molten electrum, molten lead and molten silver. And so if we cast each of these into a knife blade, there's one, there's two, and there is a three. We can grab these out. And then the fourth material I want to use is actually bone. And I'm hoping this will actually create a really quite nice, powerful weapon. So if we come into here, take the bronze out, go to shuriken, place each of these into there, we get a bone, electrum, lead, silver shuriken, which has splintering, fractured, shocking, holy, poisonous and heavy. And so I'm hoping that this is going to be pretty good. It has only 2000 XP for the first level. However, unfortunately it only has 37 ammo and only an attack value of 5.2. So I'm going to need to level this up a bit. Probably actually the best way to do that, whilst gaining stuff as well, is to come over here to the Darklands and we can see what it's like. You can see it's just got its charge there with shocking. So we've got some guys coming in here. Oh, it's not actually that bad. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah. Let's have a look what it can do to a zombie with iron armor. Yeah, I'm liking this. Feels okay. And when I run around, it charges it up. Doesn't really do much to these shadow beasts. I don't like these shadow beasts at all. However, they do drop some important stuff. But they have loads. The blinding effect is crazy on them. Let's go back and drop it. Oh, please don't kill me. I need to know where I'm going. Oh, wow, 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 that was close. Okay, that's another one. I'm going to leave. Okay, so maybe it's not as good as I thought it was, especially against the shadow beasts. I was hoping it was going to be much better. Right, let's head back home. So yeah, I'm going to need to level this up, which means going around killing mobs with it. But as you can see, it's almost out of energy anyway now, so I'm going to have to recharge it. Now, one thing I want to find out when I'm recharging it is in a tool forge, if I put this in, can I use bone? Oh yes I can. Okay, so it's going to be really nice and easy to actually keep charged, because it just uses bone to repair it. So yeah, I'm glad about that. I can go around killing passive mobs in the daytime, I can go around killing hostile mobs at night time, and we can get that hopefully leveled up fairly nice and easily, and it will give us a decent amount of XP while we're going around. Now this key don't know where to put this portal. I suppose for now, let's put it right out in the lawn here. There we go. Right, move that away so I don't accidentally create another one. Now this is Lorem Ipsum from ABYSSAL Craft. It's actually, was it Abyssal Night? No, can't remember what it's called now. However, once we go through here, we will be in a completely other dimension. So I need to make sure I heal up. I need to make sure I'm ready, clear my inventory a bit, and yeah, I'll be back with you as soon as I'm ready to go through. So I've realised we do actually have 3 modifiers on this already. So I want to try one thing. First of all, I don't know if this is possible, but in here we have some TNT, which we got from the parts of the maze that we didn't blow up in Twilight Forest. And so with this, I'm hoping that we'll be able to add... Oh, it doesn't work. Maybe it works with 3 of them? No. That's a shame. On here, if we have a look in materials, view, I was hoping to be able to put the blasting onto this with 3 TNT there, so it'd actually blow up enemies, but that doesn't work. So instead, in here I've melted down 4 ingots, 4 golden ingots, so we can turn that into 2 blank casts, like that and that. I think there's an easy way of doing that as well. If you create a cast with something, then you can just use 1 per. But that's all we're going to need for now. And then we grab some obsidian. Let's just grab a stack of obsidian. And come over to here. We can place a blank cast in and make a couple of these reinforcements. And then we can reinforce this up twice. So that will make it reinforced once and reinforced twice. And so that will mean that there's a 40% chance every time we fire it of it not using an ammo, which is good. I'm hoping to get that up to 5, but we do still have one modifier left. And so let's have a look in materials and use, see what we want on that. In beheading, smite, what do we need for smite? Ender pearl and... oh, in beheading, ender pearl and obsidian. That'd be interesting. Smite, we need consecrated soil. Emerald, diamond we don't have yet. Sharp, we need quartz for. Could put some fortune on it, or some looting on it. Knockback is pistons. I've got pistons. Knockback might be... oh, I know actually. Do I have any cobwebs? And if not, do I have much string and sticks? Some string there. Doesn't look like I have any cobwebs. So, if we grab... can't remember which way around this recipe is. Is it like that and then like that? Or is it... aha! It's like that. Cobweb. Right. And so this cobweb will give us webbed, which will slow enemies down as well. And it also creates a nice little pattern around it. So we have a quite a powerful shuriken. We haven't added any attack damage to it yet. That'll be the next stage with the nether quartz once we get into the nether. Won't be this episode though. Won't be doing that this episode. So we will be upgrading this as we go along with various different things. You see I managed to get up to 210 there. You get a fair amount for killing enemies. I've just been flying around killing random stuff. But now, if I actually fly, Thank you. If we go around, we can find something. It's nice that this actually works as we fly as well, but it charges up and it one-shots a sheep. We get a nice big speed beast, yes, speed boost. And then a cow. You can see its poison effect there. And if you don't know, with the shuriken, if you fire it and it doesn't hit anything, then the shuriken blade just attaches itself to a wall and you can go over and pick it back up and it will fill back in the durability. Now I don't know with this whether that will work to actually charge it back up again if I haven't used a charge. 36. So if it does work at all, then this will hopefully bring it back up to full. Doesn't look like it. So now we're charged again, we can go around killing more stuff. What's this? Ooh, bauxite. Oh, it's right next to a wandering one, so I won't take it. Right, cowbear. So let's just see, in those few little things, what are we up to now? We are now up to 223. So it's not a 1 per 1, which is good. I was glad it wasn't a 1 per 1. We could go into the hunting dimension, I suppose. Probably be the easiest way to level this up. Well, I've just checked the time on the recording and we are running a little bit late now, so I'm going to stop this episode here. I'm going to carry on leveling up this weapon. I've already got it up to, 1219, nearly up to the first extra enchantment slot on it, so we will be putting extra reinforcements on it. On the next 3 levels I get, I want to put into reinforcement on this to make it unbreakable, and once that is, we will have basically an infinite weapon, but it only takes up 1 slot. We don't need any arrows in our inventory or anything, but it is going to take a while, so between episodes that is what I'm going to be doing. So next episode we will be going through into the abyssal wasteland, through this portal over here, and we will be hopefully gathering up a load of materials in there that we need to create the what's it called? Oh, I was actually on the right page. Abyssal craft. Where is it now? It is here. The one we don't know about yet. I'm hoping it will actually show us when we go through what this actually is. But we need the corallium bricks, the corallium blocks, and the liquid corallium. Now I know we can get rid of liquid corallium fairly easily. I'm stumbling over words out of this. Liquid corallium spawns in big lakes, just like water does here, basically, in the abyssal wasteland. So we'll be able to collect that up fairly easily. It's the rest of this stuff I'm not too sure about. I'm hoping we can do it. Maybe, we'll see. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.